I'm going to stop you there because the alarm has sounded, but remember where we left off because I insist you finish later.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down every Wes Anderson movie ranked from best to worst.
In fact, I feel like my heart's almost getting broken.
For this list, we'll be looking at this famous director's resume and ranking them by quality. While we're not saying any of these films are bad, we are acknowledging that some worked better than others. If there's a Wes Anderson film you think deserves a higher spot, hit us with your most symmetrical picks in the comments. Number 11, The Darjeeling Limited.
I want to start by thanking you both for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're the two most important people in the world to me.
In The Darjeeling Limited, we follow a trio of American brothers who make an extended train journey through India following the death of their father. Each of the brothers is dealing with grief and loss in their own ways. The relationship between them is the heart of the film.
I was his favorite. He told me that with blood all over him, laying in the street right before he died. How is that supposed to make us feel?
Throughout the movie, the director takes full advantage of the travel setup to move the story and the characters forward. Some critics of The Darjeeling Limited cite that the story occasionally goes on detours that don't go anywhere. Others feel like the setting wasn't really needed to sell the story. Despite the criticisms, the brief romance and dysfunctional family still resonated with enough audience members to make it a hidden gem among fans.
Wouldn't it sound great if you could hear a train going by off in the distance right now?
Not really.
Probably be annoying.
Number 10, The French Dispatch.
Through the time machine of poetic license, let us take a sightseeing tour.
The French Dispatch tells several stories set in a fictional European town via articles written in a newspaper from American expatriates. One main vignette centers around a prisoner artist, his muse and art dealers who try to profit from him. We also get a story about a journalist who becomes involved with the leader of a student protest. There's also a narrative about the local police chief's son. Throughout the movie, these plot points and more introduce us to funny bits and memorable characters.
I learned as a cub stringer, never under any circumstance, if it is remotely within your power to resist the impulse, never ask a man why.
However, the anthology nature of the film makes it a bit uneven. Overall, The French Dispatch is among the most visually varied of Anderson's films. It's up to the viewer to decide if its various parts work as a complete experience.
They had a flavor.
I beg your pardon.
Number 9, Isle of Dogs.
Before we attack each other and tear ourselves to shreds like a pack of maniacs, let's just open the sack first and see what's actually in it. It might not even be worth the trouble.
The second of Wes Anderson's stop-motion animated films, Isle of Dogs is set in a futuristic Japan where dogs have caught a disease and have been exiled to an island. This story follows a group of dogs as they try to reunite a young boy with his pooch. Along the way, they unravel a conspiracy. The animation style and setting help make Isle of Dogs one of Anderson's most beautiful films. Additionally, the journey of the dog characters, particularly Chief, is quite heartwarming.
You're a stray, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a stray. But aren't we all?
Anderson's choice of setting and the way in which language and translation are used or not used have been major points of contention that have divided his fans. But whether it's man's best friend or not, Isle of Dogs remains thoroughly entertaining.
I'm not doing this because you commanded me to. I'm doing it because I feel sorry for you.
Number 8, The Life Aquatic with Steve ZISSOU.
You really think you're a ZISSOU?
I don't know.
We traveled a long way for I don't know, Sonny.
One of Anderson's more underrated films, The Life Aquatic with Steve ZISSOU, follows the eponymous oceanographer on an ill-advised expedition to find the shark that killed his friend. The Life Aquatic definitely has a lot going on. ZISSOU connects with a man who may or may not be his son, there's a romantic subplot, and there are several conflicts with pirates. It's also a parody/tribute to Jacques Cousteau.
Well, you know, you're not supposed to go into each other's cabins on a boat.
Why not?
It's just kind of an unwritten maritime rule when you're at sea.
But really, it's about the characters and their attempts to find meaning and happiness in each other, not always successfully. It's a colorful, beautiful mess of a movie, but that's its charm.
I still owed you one. Now I owe you one. No, now we even.
And plus, where else are you going to see a bunch of David Bowie songs sung in Portuguese? Number 7, Bottle Rocket.
Okay, escape route is crucial, just in case somebody is tailing us or even chasing us, as the case may be.
As Anderson's first theatrical film, Bottle Rocket feels the least like his other films, but that also helps it stand out from the rest. The film follows a group of friends and aspiring criminals as they perform several jobs, naturally one of which goes hilariously wrong. Bottle Rocket has a relaxed and naturalistic feel to it, with rambling, funny conversations and great relationships.
The money isn't much, and Bob in particular isn't suited for this kind of work. But we keep each other company, and we both feel much better about ourselves now that we're working hard.
As different as it feels from Anderson's later work, the movie does have the genesis of some of his hallmarks. Both the classic rock soundtrack and the heists feel very familiar to his fan base. Bottle Rocket, like the firework it's named for, may not reach the highest heights, but it still soars.
I heard you love me.
Yes, I do.
Number 6, Asteroid City.
Junior stargazers and space cadets. Each year we celebrate Asteroid Day, commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the arid plains meteorite made Earth impact.
Asteroid City may just feature the most star-studded cast of any of his movies. Considering the competition, that's really saying something. Set in the titular fictional town Asteroid City, the narrative has several framing devices layered atop it. But it doesn't matter whether it's truly about the events following the residents and visitors or the people portraying them.
In my loneliness, I learned to give complete and unquestioning faith to the people I love.
Either way, the film remains a brightly colorful and entertaining ride that hits on the anxieties of both the present day and the 1950s. It's safe to say that Asteroid will leave a huge impact on Anderson's filmography.
What are you going to do with that picture?
Well, if it's any good, I guess I'll try to sell it to a magazine, now that you mention it.
Number 5, Rushmore.
I think you just gotta find something you love to do and then do it for the rest of your life. For me, it's going to Rushmore.
In Wes Anderson's sophomore outing, Rushmore, a pretentious and multi-talented student named Max Fisher, forms a friendship with a man named Herman Bloom. Their relationship is tested when a rivalry develops between them over Rosemary Cross, a teacher. The film marks the first of many collaborations the director has done with Bill Murray and Jason Schwartzman. It also sees the inception of Anderson's frequent use of musical montages. Although Rushmore sees its characters' lives fall apart, their sadness doesn't dominate the film. There are still quirky interpersonal relationships and hilariously over-the-top plays that Max puts on. The mix of comedic and dramatic elements have led to Rushmore becoming a beloved place to revisit.
So who gave you the shiner?
Either Ronnie or Donnie. Can't tell the difference anymore.
Number 4, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
If we're still alive tomorrow morning, I want you to find another line of work.
Okay. Anderson's first stop-motion feature, Fantastic Mr. Fox, follows a clever thief turned family animal. His attempt to recapture his true nature as a wild creature endangers his family and entire community. Although the plot is a familiar one, there are a few things that sets the film apart from others of its kind. The presentation is absurdly gorgeous. Additionally, it doesn't present Mr. Fox's longing to be his wilder self as entirely wrong or invalid. It's about finding the right balance.
Why did you lie to me?
Because I'm a wild animal.
You are also a husband and a father.
I'm trying to tell you the truth about myself.
But besides its central themes, Fantastic Mr. Fox is full of childish wonder, hysterical humor, genuinely scary moments, and all the usual Wes Anderson charm. It's just so cussing good.
But I'm going to say something anyway, which nobody wants to admit, but I think is probably true. We beat them.
Number 3, Moonrise Kingdom. Susie and Sam are two outcast kids. After forming a romance through letters, they run away together on a set of New England islands just before a storm.
Use the orienteering and pathfinding skills that you've been practicing all summer. Let's find our man, bring him safely back to camp.
Susie's parents, Sam's scout troop, and a local policeman organize to find them. Moonrise Kingdom is one of the better fusions of Wes Anderson's style and a great story.
I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm on your side. I know.
Every Kodak photograph-like frame feels like a window into youth and nostalgia. The events are at once down to earth and larger than life, all of which perfectly fits the preteen romance and 1960s setting. Moonrise Kingdom delivers a tale of young love and anxiety in a way only he can. It's sweet but not saccharine, and oh so deliberate.
I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about. I love you too.
Number 2, The Royal Tenenbaums.
I hear you're dying.
So they tell me.
I'm sorry.
Well, I've had a good run.
The story of Royal Tenenbaum trying to reconnect with his estranged and highly dysfunctional family is endlessly rewatchable and has spawned plenty of imitators. Of Anderson's many sprawling ensemble casts, this one feels the most well-balanced. Each character gets their own story arc and chance to shine.
Hey!
Are you listening to me?
Yes, I am! I think you're having a nervous breakdown.
Speaking of Shining, Anderson's hallmarks are all spectacular here, with the musical montages, picturesque frames, and even narration all being top-notch. While his style remains distinct today and he continues to evolve, we'd still argue that The Royal Tenenbaums is the most Wes Anderson movie.
Everyone's against me.
That's your fault, man.
Yeah, I know, but damn it, I want this family to love me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
Well, who wouldn't? At the Grand Budapest, sir. It's an institution.
The Grand Budapest Hotel just might be Wes Anderson's masterpiece. The story follows Monsieur Gustave H., the dandy concierge of the Grand Budapest, and his friendship with his new lobby boy, Zira Mustafa. Their adventure sees them run into trouble with criminals and their fictional country's fascist regime over a painting. Rafe Fiennes is hilariously entertaining as Monsieur Gustave. The rest of the cast is marvelous too.
Is it very beautiful?
Beyond description. Ian, the most gifted bard's rhyme, can only sing, but to the lack of her and all she isn't. His tongue...
Can I see it?
Not only are the scenes picturesque, but Anderson makes numerous homages to other filmmakers. Like a cake from Mendel's hiding prison escape tools, the film has darker elements lurking beneath the surface, and yet, the Grand Budapest Hotel is a work of art that remains positively delicious.
I owe you my life. You are my dear friend and protege, and I'm very proud of you. You must know that.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.